predictability. The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. How did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me please. Cause this whole world is just really confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird that knows your tune. Then a little voice inside of you whispers, kid, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere you face, somebody who needs you. La 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 la. La 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 la. Whatever happened to the good old days? Talking to friends for hours, swore it'd never go away. Now I'm feeling a little crazy, trying to fit in with the scene.
The last 8 weeks have been an amazing experience for the entire Beta Gamma Pledge class. Today we would like to take the time to go over our favorite memories with you and share our experience and journey. Hope you like our vlog this week.
Favorite pledging experience this semester was definitely retreat, from feeding miniature horses to playing our game of football / finding a needle in a haystack, to 3, making s'mores around the campfire and having a good time. I had a lot of great memories, and I hope to make more next semester when we're all back at UT.
I would say, looking back on this pledging process, my favorite part would have to be kind of like just the transition from going into pledging retreat and coming out. I feel like we all went in kind of unsure and nervous about the whole process, and we didn't know what was going to happen, and I don't think we all expected to grow so close that night. And so just seeing how people's just demeanor was going in versus coming out was just really cool to see, and it really set the tone for the awesome family that we were going to become.
My favorite part about pledging this semester was I could always go into the atrium or anywhere in McCombs and really find someone from DSP who I knew, kind of knew, or was a pledge brother. So that was really cool that I could just walk around a lot of places and just really know people, which was a pretty different experience from last semester.
My favorite part about pledging is definitely the interviews, especially the ones before spring break. We had so much fun hanging out with brothers. We had boba, we played video games, and we went to gym together. Through the interviews, brothers and pledges really got to know each other, and it really helped us to start to make a connection with the whole brotherhood. I think interviews also gave us a sense of belonging to DSP.
So for me, my favorite memory from the past 8 weeks, or more specifically the 4 weeks we were in person, was probably our first time going to Six for fundraising. It was the first time got to see everyone outside of like a working environment and to see how everyone vibed together. And we got a lot of good jokes out of there, made a lot of different memories, and I think that was the first time I realized that our group meshes really well, and that it'd be something to look forward to, just going out and hanging out, and hopefully when we go back we'll be able to recreate that.
Ending the week at Nikhil's apartment with the whole pledge class.
Hey, what's up? It's Sajil here. For me, my favorite memory of pledging was when we went to Six to sell. It was Daylight Savings Day, and the time changed to 3 a.m. and we had quiz retake in the morning. And so a lot of us just stayed up and we messed around until like 6 a.m. doing. And yeah, that was my favorite moment of pledging. I've loved being on these vlogs, and I'll see y'all later.
My favorite part of pledging would probably have to be fundraising for the few weeks that we were able to. With like selling water bottles on 6th, we used to always get together beforehand, and that was a really fun and nice way to kind of unwind after a long week of like hard work, and sort of bond. And even selling grilled cheese, we had a lot of fun just cracking jokes and messing around. And yeah.
My favorite part about pledging so far has been fundraising for Formal by selling grilled cheeses at Jester, and it was just a really fun time because I got to spend a lot of time with my P-bros and got really close to them. And then I think at around 3 o'clock we went to the atrium and we just slept there for our quiz retake, and it was just a fun time.
My favorite pledging memories were sleeping in the atrium, throwing cheese at Karthik, baking at Bobby's apartment with Allison and Alessandro, getting my big, the Brotherhood Spotlight during week 6, eating pizza rolls during retreat, and slapping Vincent's big juicy.
Hey guys, honestly, I'd have to say my favorite part from pledging was honestly the week that I was sick. And I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but honestly, just the amount of support I got from not only my pledge brothers with just kind of saying like, hey, don't worry, we got you, we'll help you with your deliverables, but then also just the support and the care that I could see from some of the brothers, and especially my big Zoya. Like, it really just kind of showed me that DSP truly is a family, and that everyone, all the brothers, really do care about everyone else, and it just made me really excited to be part of the family and part of the community.
So one of my more memorable memories from pledging is when I got high off of NyQuil. Shout out to Medi for not cutting me immediately after that. But I had been sick like pretty much the entire week, and a people had given me like a bag of pills, and so I decided to take 2 of the pills without reading what they were, and they were NyQuil, and it was like 11:30 a.m. And so I hadn't eaten anything, I hadn't drank like any water, and so I just literally got like high off my ass, and I had 5 brother interviews and 12 write-ups due, and my instinct was to actually tell Medi when I saw him that I was high off of NyQuil, and his face was just pure disappointment. I told him I had a confession for him, and he already looked like so mad at me, but I actually survived that day, and I did all my write-ups and brother interviews, and I remember only like half of the day, so probably my most impressive pledge moment.
My favorite part of pledging is definitely BK history. That one's really fun. I know the VPPE and APE for Beta Gamma, so I think I'm ready for the final. And then I also like taking quizzes over and over again. Yeah, I just love knowing stuff. So, and then I also like when Medi says, "This is not a rhetorical question." That is also really cool, so that's basically it. Okay.
My favorite pledge memory is losing feeling on my right hand after doing quizzes.
My favorite memory would have to be all the late night work sessions that we had, just because the later it got, the more we opened up and just had fun. And although we ended up being very unproductive, they were still some of the best nights of my life, and I just thoroughly enjoyed bonding with everyone and working on deliverables together.
My favorite part of pledging was the connections I made and how like these connections were able to get me through quarantine. If it weren't for them, then quarantine would be a lot more difficult, and I just got so close with people that I never thought I would be getting close with, and they eventually just became one of my best friends. So thank you, pledging.
My favorite moment from pledging this far would have to be the pledge vlog from last week where we impersonated each other. I had a lot of fun with this, impersonating Rahul, and it seems that the Brotherhood really enjoyed watching all of us impersonate each other, so I definitely hope they do vlogs in the future.
What's up guys, Eric here. Definitely sad pledging's coming to an end, but I'm really happy that we're going to be done with like meetings and quizzes and everything like that. But I'm looking forward to picking up on some of it next semester, like fundraising and formal and stuff. As far as like my best memory, I actually have 2. Yeah, one was like recently we had a Zoom call where we were just like jamming out, and shit, that was like hella fun. Put on some music and we were all just kind of like listening to it together. And then the other one was when we went to 6 and then actually had a retake 7 a.m. the following morning. That was like disastrous, but it was a lot of fun because we stayed up together till 7 a.m. in the atrium after we got back. So definitely gonna miss pledging, but happy I have these memories.
My favorite part of pledging was not exactly a specific memory, but how just throughout all the challenges that were thrown our way, we managed to stay supportive of each other and then work with each other to make sure that we could overcome it. And here we are, 8 weeks later, and we are almost there.
Hey guys, so I thought the only way to do this vlog justice would be to do it at crackhead hours. So it is currently 1:57 p.m. Yes, that is the BG Venmo, to this day, my screensaver on my phone, because I love BG. But yeah, I would probably have to say my favorite moment pledging was probably when I lost my pin. And I know, like, don't get me wrong, it was super, super bad when it initially happened. But just seeing the reaction and, like, all the help and support I got, like, right off the bat. Like, I called Banky to Bow. She showed up to Durham, like, tried to help me look for it. And we, like, searched everywhere. And then I called Fayez and, like, kind of same reaction, like, hey, just get to meeting and then we'll, like, figure it out. And even Millen, like, came through and, like, tried to help me look for it and find it. And then just, like, showing up to meeting, like, Ankita was like, look, like, we're kind of in this together. Like, don't worry about it. Just, like, go and we're going to be fine. And when I, like, told BG about it, even if they were high-key mad, which, trust me, I totally get. I was so mad at myself. They did a really good job of hiding it. And I think they could just kind of tell, like, how upset I was by it. And so instead of kind of, like, showing me how angry they were, they kind of just were like, hey, it's okay, like, positive words, positive encouragement, stuff like that. And that's, like, really something I needed. So just being a part of BG and seeing how supportive and encouraging and just, like, honestly what a family it is, for sure, is probably just been, like, my favorite part of pledging. And I love all of y'all, and I cannot wait to be bros with y'all. Love y'all.
Look how fucking short they are.
Their legs are so small.
Those are even legs. Where are the knees?
The way you said that.
I say we. Look, I'm full of sarcasm. Y'all get used to it. Don't worry.
Wait, can we go to the cows?
Where the fuck are the cows?
Those are mini cows too. You know what them horses do?
PTSD?
Let's go to the cows.
Where?
Motherfucker.
Hey, I'll steal your job right now.
Cannot believe your eyes. Stand up and fireflies. Lit up the world as I fell asleep.
This is so wholesome. Hey, put that trap on.
Why is no one singing? Stare. I like to make myself.
Oops, my heart went.
That's too fast.
Thank you. Thank you about. Happy birthday, dear baby.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you